How's it going, guys? In this video I've got a quick technique to share with you about how to navigate quick chord changes when playing walking bass. The technique involves using something called chromatic approach notes. The idea behind a chromatic approach note in our case is that we want to play a semitone below our target note, if you like. So our target note is the note we actually want to play. For example, if we have a D chord and we want to play a root note of D, D would be our target note, and our chromatic approach note would be a semitone below it, which would be a D flat or a C sharp, depending on what you want to call it. Then the idea is we play this chromatic approach note and shift a semitone up to our target note. With this technique in mind, we can just apply it to loads of different chords that we play. For example, if we've got a 1-6-2-5 chord progression in D, that gives us the chords of D, which is our chord 1, B minor, or B-7 as chord 6, E-7 as chord 2, and A7 as chord 5. So what we want to do from a walking bass perspective here is to play a root note on beat 1, a chromatic approach to the next chord on beat 2, a root note on beat 3, chromatic approach to the next chord on beat 4, and we want to keep progressing in this fashion. So we would play D, beat 1, chromatic approach note to B minor on the next chord, on the next beat rather, so there's our chromatic approach, then beat 3, root note of the 6th chord, which is the B minor, and then chromatic approach note to the E, and then beat 1 of the next bar, there's my root note of E, chromatic approach to A, there's the A, and chromatic approach back to D. And I would keep progressing around it in this fashion. So I might have those chords changing quite quickly, so one chord every 2 beats, but I can get through them, still outlining the chord changes and still fulfilling my role as a bass player. So great material to practice with are jazz standards like Olio or rhythm changes, because they have a lot of these chord progressions that change chords every 2 beats. Or if you're looking for something a little bit more adventurous, you could try checking out John Coltrane's A Moment's Notice, all of which can be found within the real book. Thanks very much for checking out the lesson. Let me know how you get on with this technique by leaving me a comment below. I'll get back and reply to them all, and I'd love to hear how you're getting on. As always, like the video if you've enjoyed it, make sure you share it with people who enjoy the content, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next lesson. Take care.